Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I sell all of the fabulous Stampin' Up! Products that I share with you. Today is Friday, May 22nd. Yay, it's Friday for those of you that still count the days. They seem to slide by awfully quickly for me anymore, but I'm just sharing here. There we go. Okay, so yay, it is Friday. So today I am going to, hello Anne-Marie, how are you? Today I am going to be creating this beautiful card with you that uses the Birds and Branches stamp set and the coordinating Birds and More dies. Isn't this just beautiful? Now my card was inspired by Wendy Cranford. She is a very talented demonstrator in the United States. So my sentiment, this stamp set, the Birds and Branches, as you can see, has no sentiments that it comes with. So I pulled out this stunning Celebrate Sunflower stamp set, and I'm using this Let's Celebrate You sentiment. This card I actually created for my mother-in-law's birthday yesterday. I gave that to her. And I chose the color red for the flowers and berries, as red is her favorite color. So as you can see, again, I used that beautiful Tasteful Textiles, I believe it is called, this embossing folder. So that is what I used on my background piece of Whisper White. My blog post will go live at 1 o'clock when I'm done here. I am on earlier today as I've got a few things happening today. So I thought, okay, let's just go on at noon so that you guys aren't missing out at all. So let's pull out the Celebrate You as well. Get it on here. Make sure that I'm straight. And I do, before I get going, I want to show you, I have received 2 birthday cards so far. Tomorrow is my birthday, so this came in the mail. Is this not bright and beautiful? This is from my sister Carol and her husband. So this arrived yesterday. I think this is the awesome lemon lime twist that has retired that color. It was an in color a couple years ago. I really like that green. And then my girlfriend Joanne dropped this at the front door this morning. I missed her. I was watching for her and somehow I ended up missing her. So this is a beautiful card that she gave me as well. I wanted to show you this now because come Monday, I don't think that there'll be anything. Oh, geez, and I just, pulling them out, I have messed them up. So she gave me 2 beautiful packages of napkins to go for her card set for when I get back to doing my classes. I like to, once a month, we have a class that has, oh, what is, we've got a shadow or something in the corner. I'm just seeing now. Okay, so I'm going to open these up because they're all over the place, and I'm just going to put them back. What does she say these are? These are her favorite, she said. So come Monday, they may not look quite like this. We may have eaten them all. So they are, look at how beautiful those are. What does Joanne say they are? chocolate pecan butter tarts. I've never had these. Don't they look yummy? So there's 6 in here. So we will see how long they last. Isn't that beautiful? So very thoughtful. So let's just move that aside. I just wanted to share that with you. First off, now our colors today are Real Red, Coastal Cabana, Pear Pizzazz, and Sahara Sand. So let's get started. All right, so we are going to stamp, because these are photopolymer, we are using the Stampin' Pierce mat, and Stampin' Up had retired this and sold out of them. However, they have now, because of popular demand by us demonstrators reaching out and saying, hey, wait a minute, they've decided that it is an essential item, so they are carrying on with it. Yay! I am so happy about that. So the number will go back on once they have refurbished their stock. I'm just grabbing a piece of scratch paper here. All right, so let's start with our bird. And we are going to stamp this. I'm kind of in my lighting, I'm in a tight little area here. So, all right, so this is just a scrap piece of Whisper white cardstock that I'm going to be stamping my images on. So first off, I'm going to stamp the darker area of that little bird. And there we have it. Then the fill-in back part. Hi, Lorraine. Anne-Marie, you don't need to send me a birthday card. That is okay. I've stamped off, and then I've re-moistened it with my breath, and now I'm going to just try to line it up without being right over it, and hopefully I did an okay job. So there we have our cute little bird. Okay, we're going to close this up before I put my hand in it. And then our Real Red. We're going to open that, and these pretty little flowers, we're going to need 3 of them, spacing them apart so that I can easily die cut those. Okay, done with that for the moment. So let's get our dies. Oh, Anne-Marie, you're so silly. I enjoy sending you things. It makes me happy to send cards and things to people that I know would appreciate them. All right, so we've got one of these flowers. And then our bird. We'll have to do the flowers separately. We only have the 1 flower die. This is quite a large set of dies. We've got the 2 full-on birds, as well as the outlines to die cut, then the outline for the branch, your eggs, your little birdie feet, a edgelet, lots and lots here. So we're gonna just, off screen here, try not to jiggle it too awful much, and die cut these. and it keeps jumping on me. All right. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Goodness gracious. I don't want a bird that's off center. It's okay if my flower is slightly off, but not my bird. Okay. So here we've got one bird and one flower. And then let's just, I wish we had a couple of these flowers so that I could die cut all at once, but we may do, or you could easily fussy cut these as well. And one more. So yesterday we had, it was my mother-in-law's birthday, so we had brought lunch over, and I have to give a shout out to Tia's restaurant here in Strathroy. They did a fabulous lunch for us. I had called and ordered, but actually the funny thing is, when you live in a small town that you went to school in, the funny thing is, they know you. I had tried calling and nobody picked up. So 5 minutes later, my cell phone rang, and it was Mary Jo from Tia's Place, and she said, "Hi, Marcy, were you trying to place an order?" So in a small town, they call, you don't have to call back. If they know you, they just turn around and call you back. How fabulous is that? All right, so we are going to take, this is the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. I have already die cut out my branch. And what I'm going to do is, I think I've shown you before, I like to use my clear blocks to watercolor from rather than picking up from the lid if I can. And we're going to do some... Hi Shirley, how are you? Thanks for popping in, even if it is just a quick little pear pizzazz. And then the red for the berries. And then I've got my aqua painter. Now these are retiring, but we're still going to have aqua painters, don't you worry. It's just that they are, we've got new ones coming. So I'm just going to, I just have a cloth off to the side and to wipe off. And then I like to personally add just a little bit of water to my watercolor paper first before I go and color it. I find that the inks move a little bit better when that paper is a little damp already. So we are just going to pick up a little bit and brush it on, being careful in this area here because that's where my leaves and berries, and I haven't really squeezed my aqua painter because I don't want too much of the water coming out. And then here I have just created where that edge of that, I've just come around here so that the edge of the leaf would be, I'm imagining that's the way the leaf would be. So, and then right there where that berry is. And I'm using my silicone craft sheet so that it contains that water. so it's not getting all over my work surface. Hello, Jeannie. That is okay. You don't have to apologize. It's just nice that you're able to pop on. We're going golfing tomorrow morning. It'll be my first round of the year, so it should be very interesting. I was talking to Connor upstairs just a few moments ago about tomorrow, and I said that I was pretty sure that I was going to need a nap after golf when I haven't golfed in a year now. So I said, I think I'll be pretty sore and tired. All right. I think I've got all of that. I can come in later. I'm saving the darkest, the red, till the end. And I'm just wiping off. I've just got a microfiber cloth from the dollar store. It's just on the tray here. And I'm just wiping off my aqua painter so that get that brown off. And I am not squeezing any water out. I'm just using what is already on through the tip. Now you could go as dark or as light with your colors, and you could create more depth in it if you were to let it completely dry in between your layers and then come back and add some shadowy areas, some shading. It's your creation, so you are only limited by your imagination. The important thing is, if you're coming in to add more, is just wait until it is completely dry so that you're not muddying it up and you are actually getting color definition, not just a solid. All right, almost done the leaves. Now you wouldn't necessarily, if you didn't feel like coloring, you could just die cut this out of your one of your green cardstocks and just leave it. Or you could use your thick Whisper White and use your Stampin' Blends. Whatever you choose. Alrighty, wipe off that green, and now let's come in here with my reds. Now this you have to be very careful. You don't want it bleeding. It's okay to have a little brown in your leaf or a little green on your stem, but the red is a little intense. So you want to be careful that you're not going over too much. And one more. All right, so now I can see that, see, I've missed that spot and that red is coming there. So I am just going to bring in some more brown and just touch that up and say it's good enough. So let's just move this to the side. And let's, oh, and you can hear Maisie upstairs. Somebody's come in the door, so she's going to carry on. Thank you, Jeannie. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. Make it any color. Like I said, you're just limited by your own imagination. Now, this is a cling mount stamp set, the sunflower one, so we don't need the pierce mat. So we are just going to line that up. And I want this over to the side a bit. And hope that I stamp that straight. Oh, yes, I did. That always makes me happy. Close this up for a moment while we start to assemble. So because I did not use a lot of water, this is mostly dry. So I like to lay it out before I start gluing. I like to put it roundabout where it's going to be and figure out my placement that way. So I thought, you know, if I had this one part of the branch underneath coming out, and then that way some of my leaves and my berry are coming down onto where my sentiment was. And see, the reason I stamped down a bit further so that I would have some room here, because I want to put my bird, a flower there, and then one up there. So let's get gluing this on. And because I'm going to be tucking that, I know that this area right here, don't put any glue right there so that I can lift that up slightly and tuck it underneath. So I've totally avoided this area right here. It just makes it easier if that is your goal, is to have something tucked under. If you just leave that little space. And then we can just adjust that up slightly so we're straight. Now, and you don't have to have all of these leaves. You don't have to have them all glued down. Just a little dot here and there will work. So now all I have to do is I'm just going to lift up this area here where I have not got any adhesive, and that way I can just tuck that under like so, and then adjust that, and there we have, whoop, I've got a little glue on my hand. There we have it, so that it is on there, and I see I touched with the red. Pull that off. And if you're careful, see, I can see when it's against the white, I can see a couple little areas here. So I can come back and just blend, carefully blend that out so that it's not quite so. All right, so now I want my little bird to be popped up on dimensionals, so we're going to put, I'm still using, because I haven't been into my craft room too awful much, so I still have my edge pieces here, so I've got 3 there, so it's a nice stable image to be popped up. It's not going to sag. We don't like any saggy. All right, oh, before I stick that on, I want to actually attach it to my card front so that I can see exactly how much I can go over. I may have this over a smidge too far as compared to what I had before for my bird. All right. Okay, so now I can take my bird and I can figure out, see, she's over too far. I should have had this over a bit more, and it is, yeah, it's too late. We are stuck, so we are just going to, she's just going to sit, or he, just right there. And then I need my take your pick tool. And as I've told you before, I find it easier to pick this up and put my glue on my larger area, so that way I am not trying to hold this tiny little piece and glue it and then get glue all over my hands. If I put the glue where I know I'm going to be placing my embellishment or image, then I know, okay, where's my other one? I know I cut 3. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. All right, so let's put this one over here because we like things in a triangle formation. And then I'm using the frosted and clear epoxy. So even though they have the adhesive backing on them, I like to be extra sure that it is not going to come off. So some of these are colored from before. These are, I believe these are still clear. So is this what I used? You know what? I don't think it is. No, it's not. These are silver. So this is not what I used. I know what I used. What can I say? It's Friday. I used these Flowers for Every Season gems. That is what I used. These are brand new. So I don't need my take your pick. These are not adhesive backed. So we're going to see, they've got the clear ones. Whoops. All right, so that is what I used when I created this card a few days ago. I completely forgot what I had used as my flower centers. So we've got the green Just Jade that looks like sea glass to me, and then these clear that are perfect for the centers of your flowers. See that? Now we have to, hello Trudy, thank you. So now we can't leave the inside naked. No naked insides, remember. So we are going to bring in this stamp set, which is here. All right. So as you can see, we have a little branch as well as the leaves. So we're going to bring in our Sahara sand. And we are going to stamp this branch from the corner. You could do this on your envelope. I did that on my mother-in-law's envelope as well. So that way the outside packaging was as pretty as the card inside, and then when she opened the card, it was decorated on the inside. All right, so we're just going to ink this up, and then as you can see, you just line it up. Now when I'm not right over it, and stamp down. Ta-da! Now we have a pretty little something something on the inside. Hello, Darlene. You found that. Oh, I love my silicone craft sheet. I love it. Use it all the time. And then I've got a trick that I haven't used in a long time. One of next week's cards, I'm going to show you. Oh, my embellishment just scooched over there. I'll show you a trick next week with using the silicone craft sheet as well, and glue. I haven't done it in a long time, and when I was going through my drawers, I found my bag of cut up sponges, and I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do something with this so that I can show everybody this easy way to glue the backs. Yes, doing triangles, it's more visually appealing to the eye, so it just looks nicer. Your eye appreciates that maybe a smidge more, I guess you would say. So yes, so I guess that is all for me today. I hope you like the card. So this was today's card. This is the card that I had created previously. This is my third card creating of this because I was giving away the one card yesterday to my mother-in-law. So yeah, I mean, it's fun to watercolor and fun to play, and you can see that this one here, my ink was a little lighter than this one here. It gives it a completely different look. And then if you use Stampin' Blends and color it, you're going to get even another different look. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Yeah, so, and I'm moving my craft room yet again this weekend, although that's because my son and his wife are moving in with us for the time being, and I offered up my office / craft room because it is actually a bedroom with a door. So my craft room office is going to be out in where my classroom was, and since I can't have classes at this point in time, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see what the lighting is like. It'll be hopefully bright enough. So stay tuned next week to see what it's going to look like. Now, I just want to remind you, I still have a couple spots left available in my In Color Club, as well as my paper share. The post was on May the 14th, so if you scroll back, you can click on it and get the details. As well, today is the last day that Stampin' Up! Will guarantee retiring stamp sets. Stampin' Up! Creates their own stamp sets in-house, and they always give us a cutoff date that they will guarantee that we will be able to still get the retiring stamp sets. Everything else is while supplies last. So after today, it is while supplies last. So if there is a retiring stamp set that you haven't gotten yet, that you're thinking, you know what, I really do think I need that one for my crafting supplies, I really do suggest that you get that ordered today so you're not disappointed. And of course, tomorrow is the last day for my birthday draw special. So if you're wanting in on that, you've got just till tomorrow midnight. I will be drawing the winner on Sunday, as tomorrow is my birthday, and I will be busy with golfing and family. So anyhow, thank you so much for stopping by today. I truly do appreciate it. And if you're shopping my online store, please use this month's host code. And if you live in Canada and do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you work with, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. And if you have a wish list greater than $100, I would love you to join my Sassy Stampers family. And I hope you have a fabulous weekend. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, please click that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so you don't miss any future videos from me. So I will see you on Monday morning at 10 a.m. for Mojo Monday. Bye for now.